me right on the shoulder blade, and man, that hurts. So I put it here, and then I trust myself because I've trained, and I put it in the other hand, and there it is. Wherever you point that, that's where the other one goes. Squeeze, 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 the guy comes, bam! And then you start switching your feet, start moving forward and backward. You got a little spin in there, 1, 2, 3, boom. Some spins, 1, 2, 3. And now you're doing the Bruce Lee from the movie stuff, hand to hand. This beginner's martial arts class, you're gonna be spinning and striking with your nunchucks. Grab a pair of nunchucks and follow me. Start with the chucks in the right hand, you're gonna hold one of the sticks. If you hold it down at the bottom, you have more leverage for striking. If you hold it close to the string or the chain, you're gonna have more control and speed on your spins. This is your warm-up, so you're gonna hold it somewhere in the middle. You're gonna start with your palm facing the sky and a small circle going forward. Then turn your palm down and make that same forward circle. Palm up, palm down, and now up and down is the figure eight, sideways figure eight, or your infinity spin. Bring that to a stop and put it in the other hand. Doesn't matter how you get it there at the beginning. You're gonna learn a lot of cool transfers later. But we're just gonna warm the other hand now. Forward spin, palm down, forward spin. Don't skip this part if you're a beginner. If this is your beginner martial arts class near you, which means it's at your house, it's out in the neighborhood, you're watching it on your phone, you're watching it on a computer, on a TV. It's the best way to learn is whatever way is possible for you. You can go learn from somebody in person, go for it. If that's not an option, start with what you have and where you are. If that's a smartphone and the internet, and YouTube or Facebook, this video, this is your first class. Now, put it back in the other hand and you're going to do palm up again, facing the sky, and you're going to reverse that spin. Remember before I was going up and down, now I'm going down and up. Palm down, reverse, face out of the way, palm up, palm down. If you watch any of my videos, you know I like to learn, but with feedback, getting smacked a little bit. I don't like getting smacked by these chucks. They're metal and they're heavy and they hurt. You'll learn fast that way though. Don't be afraid to pay your dues, pay your lumps. Now, put it in the other hand. Same thing, palm up, facing the sky. And again, this is a warm-up spin. You're warming up with your infinity spin or sideways figure eight. This is reverse. Make sure you haven't tricked your mind and you're going forward. You want to be going backward, in toward you, up and down. Good, now your wrists are pretty warmed up. You're gonna put it back in your right hand, put your right foot forward, bring your left hand up to guard your face. You're gonna come to your shoulder and down. This is your first strike. Just up and down, and it's a warm-up strike. Now, right from the start, let me show you what my hand does as it comes all the way down. But when I open my fingers like that, open the hand, see what that does? That takes it out, kind of pushes it behind it. Down and up, right hand first. Do this 25 times. Start to sweat, breathe hard. Make sure you're moving fast and hard once you get that hand opening at the end. So you don't smack yourself. Put in the other hand, that foot's forward. 25 times on that one. Go back to the right hand, right foot forward, bring it to that same shoulder, get your elbow in, protect your head, and then go slowly at first through this angle. Think of the temple, think of them coming in, trying to grab you, think maybe they have a knife or a gun, and striking the hand. And when you come down here, there it is again, I'm opening. I'm not letting go, I'm just opening to break. And then the rest of it's gonna kind of smack me there, right in the behind. 25 of these, this angle, other hand, other foot forward, guard up, and 25. This kind of a weapon, when you hit that bag the first few times, it's gonna wanna bounce back a little bit, so you're gonna have to control that. So you're gonna do 25 of these strikes on each side. Now your third strike with the right foot forward, you're gonna bring this left hand up here, you're gonna start on the opposite side. So you're gonna be on the left hip, but it's in your right hand, and you're gonna bring it across this way. Imagine somebody's rushing in, kind of a backhand strike. You're coming through, following through, then of course, bringing it back over. Learn how to do your horizontal strike down here first before you learn how to do it up here and smack the back of your head. You'll do that, I've done that. But we'll save that for another video. Especially with these metal chucks. Put it in the other hand, same thing, starting opposite side, hand up, across first. And back here to the side, when I bring it across, that's when I'm opening that hand. Create that break. Now, right foot forward, I want you to put those three together. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you've ever seen a Bruce Lee movie, here's the truth about the Bruce Lee movies and the nunchucks, and I don't mean to speak out of school or hurt anybody's feelings. Bruce Lee didn't have a lot of martial arts experience. He was a great actor. Not from the start anyway. And in his movies, with the nunchucks, he did some cool things with camera angles, speeding things up, got really close, all those special effects sounds, wah! All that kind of stuff looked awesome, right? He was doing 1 or 2 or 3 things in every movie. That's it. He didn't do much more than that. There was a movie where he fights against Dan Inosanto, who's a legit martial artist, who was his student later. Bruce Lee's student, I guess. But Dan Inosanto was really good with the chucks. And Dan's doing all this kind of stuff, transferring hand to hand, and then wow, between the legs and back behind all this stuff. Bruce Lee's still doing this. But he's Bruce Lee. And again, camera angles, super close, looks super cool. Learn how to do these 3 moves, and the power is in the basics. Learn how to defend yourself by doing the simple things first. Later, add the cool stuff. But get this motion down. It's that 1, 2, and there's that end of that first strike. Remember, we're going down and up. Here's that second strike, third strike, there's the first. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you're gonna put it in the other hand, other foot forward. His hands is up, back of the shoulder, cross, over, and back. Slow it first, and then start to speed it up. Put yourself close to a camera, throw in some sound effects. Wah! I can't even do it, but get some sound effects in there. And now you're ready for the movie. Okay, since we're on the topic of Bruce Lee and simplicity, I'm gonna show you one last thing before we leave, and that is how he goes from one hand to the other hand. Now there are 2 ways to do that. This way is a little harder. Actually, it's a lot harder when you start, because there's chances of smacking yourself in the back of the head are like 100% from the first few times you do it. And then you get better at it, and you still hit yourself. I'm not gonna show you that one yet. I'm gonna show you the Bruce Lee one. Again, remember simplicity, basic move, but he does it really cool, and he's intense, and he's focused, he looks like he's about to fight you. That's how you do it. You get your face in there. You're gonna start in the right hand, right foot forward, pull it to the shoulder. Now look what that does. That puts it right here, because your hand is going up and down, it's perpendicular to the ground. That means the chuck is going up and down. The left hand goes in front of the body. Almost everybody I teach, try to reach back here. It's the way the brain works. You're looking for it because you know it's behind your back. Don't do that, go to the front. Grab it, let go with the top hand, and then you're gonna wham, whip it out. Remember this one we came down and across? It's the second half of that one. So whip it out. Now it's over here. This hand goes in front. Let go of the left. Bam! Smack him right in the bottom of the chin. And then you start switching your feet. Start moving forward and backward. You got a little spin in there. 1, 2, 3, boom. Some spins. 1, 2, 3. And now you're doing the Bruce Lee from the movie stuff. It might be done now, but I have to show you the most famous Bruce Lee move. And that is a double spin into the armpit. See that? And I'm squeezing. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. The guy comes, bam! He creates tension by squeezing under his arm, and then when he pops it out, comes out explosively. And again, super simple, basic, beginner 101. It's so cool when you have intensity and focus. So what I want you to do, remember this, palm up, palm down, figure 8. So we're just doing this, 1, 2, and then you turn it in. When you turn it in, it's gonna swing there. Pinch it. It's a timing thing. 1, 2, catch it. 1, 2, catch it. The other hand up. Like that adds to the intensity. So it looks like you know what you're doing. 1, 2, 3, and then watch. Here he comes, he's coming, bam! Man, it's devastating. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Try to get as high as you can. And then pop. And then pop it out. If you go straight, boom, it's coming back to you. You might even hit yourself in the face. So there's a little trick. Turn your hand at an angle, go at an angle. From here, turn your hand that angle, instead of straight, angle, boom! It comes straight out, it's just going this way. It's all about angles. Wherever you point this guy right here, this other guy's gonna go because he's attached with a string. Wherever I point the tip, that's where the other one's gonna go. That's a hint, it's a clue. If you point it, let's say I'm gonna do behind my neck to the other hand. I point it to the other hand. If I'm not paying attention or I'm afraid, usually it's fear, and I point it at my head, guess where it's gonna go? Or I point it at an angle when I come across, it's gonna smack me right on the shoulder blade. And man, that hurts. So I put it here, and then I trust myself because I've trained, and I put it in the other hand, and there it is. Wherever you point that, that's where the other one goes. All right, so let me know in the comment section below what else you want to work on with the nunchucks, and I'll see you in the next video.